Hi, it's Nikki here from Happy Hormones for Life. And today I want to talk about a symptom that's particularly distressing for women. Now, we expect men to lose their hair and go bald at some stage. But when it happens to women, it can be really quite distressing. And it's quite a common symptom that happens to women, particularly over 40. And it can be a little bit that's coming out on your brush or in the shower, or it can be handfuls or worse, sort of clumps from certain areas. And, you know, pretty demoralizing for women particularly, because we tend to associate our hair with, you know, feeling attractive. And when it's coming out, it can be a pretty scary prospect. So what kind of types of hair loss are there? The first one is androgenetic alopecia, and this is the most common and often referred to as the male pattern baldness or female pattern baldness if it's happening to a woman, where thinning occurs primarily at the front and at the top of the scalp, crown, or tends to be a wider parting, and you can see that in some women. It's often genetic, and it mostly occurs in women after menopause. The second one is alopecia areata, and this is where you have acute patchy hair loss, and this is an autoimmune condition where the immune system ends up attacking your hair follicles, and it can come and go. The third type of hair loss is telogen effluvium, where the hair falls out usually when you brush it or in the shower, and it's a general pattern all over the scalp, and you might not even notice it. So what are some of the causes of female hair loss? Well, the first one is stress. The stress is behind everything, isn't it? But particularly for hair loss, it can be physical stress like an accident or trauma or pregnancy or surgery or illness. That can cause temporary hair loss, or emotional stress like grief, loneliness, conflict, that kind of stuff, and that can exacerbate hair loss as well, because when the body's in survival mode, fight or flight, it kind of shuts down any non-essential functions, including hair and nail growth. The second cause very commonly is thyroid condition, so hypothyroid, low thyroid hormones, when the cells are lacking the energy to do their jobs fully, and that would include hair cells, hair follicles, and also nutrients can be diverted to more important organs, so they don't always get the nutrients they need. Thirdly is the autoimmune alopecia. That's caused by the immune system attacking your hair growth, your hair cells. Now all autoimmune conditions originate from an overactive immune system. So when we get an autoimmune condition, it's worth working with a professional to see if you can identify the root cause of that, likely to be gut related. Number 4 is genetics. Now, this is the one we can't do a lot about, because if you have it in the family where hair loss is common, then it's likely going to be affecting you too. Fifthly, menopause. Now, as estrogen and progesterone decline at different rates, you can get what we call estrogen dominance, too much estrogen in relation to progesterone. Now that can suppress your thyroid and cause the thyroid issues, and it can also increase cortisol. And we know that low thyroid and stress can both lead to hair loss. So it's quite a common thing during peri and during menopause. The next cause is something called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, where you get an excess of androgens, the male hormones, and that can leave women with more thinning hair, more facial hair, and more body hair. Next is dramatic weight loss, or anorexia or bulimia, because it's very stressful for the body, and it can obviously cause malnourishment as well. So the hair is just not getting those nutrients that it needs. Next on my list is medications. Now, some medications have side effects that can cause hair loss. These actually include things like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, beta blockers, antidepressants, some of them, and of course steroids. So do check the side effects of your particular drug if you're on any of those medications, because that may be the cause. Now, the big next section of cause is nutrient deficiencies. So we've got various nutrients that your hair absolutely needs to be able to grow properly. So we've got iron. So iron deficient anemia, where we've got low iron levels, are very, very common behind a lot of hair loss cases. We've got some minerals that are very important for hair growth. That's biotin, zinc, collagen, silica, and choline. Really, really important nutrients to make your hair grow. We've got the B vitamins, especially B6 and B12, really, really important. Vitamin D is critical as well, and we know how much we get deficient in the winter, especially in the UK, so we need to be making sure we are supplementing vitamin D. Plenty of more videos on that, just go look them up. Also, we need lots of protein and healthy fats. So deficiency in these are, your body's going to be diverting nutrients to more vital organs, so your hair can go without, and your hair needs those two things. And lastly, malabsorption. So you may be on the best diet in the world. If you're not absorbing those nutrients, or you don't have the nutrients in the first place in your diet, then you're not going to get the nutrients for your hair. So what do we do? This is the good news, right? I've got 7 top tips for you. Firstly, make sure your diet is full of nutrient-dense foods, lots of iron-rich foods. Now, iron is best absorbed from animal sources. It's not so well absorbed from plant sources. So if you are a vegetarian or vegan, please get your iron levels checked. If you're having a monthly cycle as well, always get your iron checked just to make sure you're not losing too much, because you may need to supplement. Protein and healthy fats, lots of them. Remove any inflammatory foods that you may be sensitive to, things like sugar, gluten, dairy, because they may be having an effect on your gut and your hair growth. Secondly, get some tests done, because this is the quickest way you're going to find out what's behind the hair loss. Sex hormones, obviously, check for any imbalances. Thyroid, get a proper thyroid test, not the basic one you get generally, because you want to know if there's any weakness in that pathway. Cortisol, check your stress hormones, have a look at the gut. If you have autoimmune alopecia, you want to be identifying the root cause of that immune response, again, in the gut. And lastly, there are lots of nutrients that you can test for, including iron, B12, folate, and vitamin D, all critical for hair and nail growth. Thirdly, check the side effects of your medications, and do discuss this with your doctor if you're concerned, if you make any links there. Fourthly, support your digestion with eating more slowly, chewing more. I'm a really bad one for that. Probiotic foods like kefir, live yogurt, kombucha and sauerkraut, really, really important to keep that gut moving. Fifthly, number 5, de-stress. Make sure you're switching off your stress response every single day. Not only does it massively impact your hormones, but it's going to be also impacting your hair loss as well. Supplement. Now, I always advise a really good multi with active levels of all those lovely nutrients that your body can deal with. So you want lots of active B vitamins, and you want all those minerals that I mentioned in there as well. And if your multi doesn't have those, then look for a good formula with those in. You want your omega-3 fats, you want vitamin D, and you want iron if you need it, obviously after testing. And you may need some digestive support like HCl, hydrochloric acid, or digestive enzymes if you're not digesting your food very well, because then that will improve your absorption. And of course, all our digestive gastric juices go down as we age, so we just don't get as efficient in digesting food as we age. And lastly, check your hair products and styling routine, because if you're over styling, using a lot of heat, or using products that are full of harsh chemicals, that can also have a big effect. So it may be something simple like that you can change. Be careful of hair colouring as well, because lots of harsh chemicals in that can be very damaging. So go for more natural brands. Hope that was helpful. If you'd like to know more about any of our testing programs, do get in touch and we can arrange a free discovery call. See you soon.